Hey guys, today is a day in the life of healthy eating, breakfast. So I'm a creature of habit and this is the breakfast that I have every day. I've eaten this breakfast for almost a year and it's really made a difference in keeping me full, keeping me feeling satiated until I have my mid-morning snack, which we'll talk about that in another video. And I feel nice and full for the day. When you start your day off right, you keep your blood sugar level like mellow and even so that you won't be craving the foods that make us sick and that make us unhealthy and that make us fat and whole body fat, and also that makes us craving more. So it's very, very important to start off your day with breakfast every single day. So the first thing I do is I get my coffee going, okay? And I have everything that I need out for my coffee. And I have my instant oatmeal, but it's really healthy oatmeal. So even though it's instant, it's still healthy. I have over here a little garbage. That way I don't have to keep running to the trash. Throw that over there. I get out my coffee. This little mug right here is 1 cup. Later on, when we talk about beverages, you'll see my coffee cup that's 1.5 cups of water and one that's 2 cups of water. Now, this is my favorite coffee. I will travel on the 1 train up to the Heights to get this or near City College. But the sugar that you use should be brown sugar. White sugar is processed, brown sugar is natural. Light brown sugar, dark brown sugar doesn't matter. And the brand doesn't matter either. You can have loose granules, none of that matters. It all still tastes really good when you're making coffee. The one thing that you do have to make sure is that you can squish it, because brown sugar can get hard like a brick. And then when that happens, you're chopping away like for this little piece of sugar for your coffee in the morning, and it's a pain. I've done it, you don't want to do it. So make sure that your coffee is nice and squishable. So when you have 1 cup, you have 1 teaspoon of coffee, and you have 1 teaspoon of sugar, okay? And put this up. Now, this coffee mate is not the healthiest thing in the world, but when you are having a healthy diet and a healthy lifestyle, I said, listen, I'm going to have coffee the way I want to have it because it's going to set my day off right. So this has a little bit of sugar in it, okay? But that's fine. And then I saw on Dr. Oz a few years later that he said, have your coffee how you wanted it. This is how I like it. So I just pour a little bit in there. And then you pour in as much as you want, okay? So then I clean as I go. So I get the rear one going. So sometimes the back eye wants to act up. So I get that going because I'm getting ready to make my eggs. Okay? So you always want to crack your egg on a hard surface. I'm sorry, a flat surface. I saw that on a cooking show. Alright, and then I have that. You want to have a little bit of salt and pepper. And I have 2 eggs because Alda and I are going to eat breakfast. But you should have 1 egg per person, just 1. And then I have some low-fat cheese to give it some flavor. And I just kind of do a little bit of a handful and I sprinkle over the whole surface. And then I'm a little greedy and I put a little more. Oops. Alright. Put that up. We're going to have scrambled eggs today. I like to keep it on high, but you have to keep your eyes on it if you keep it on high. You can't be running around the house because you'll come back and your eggs will be burned and they won't taste good. Trust me, I know. So I'm going to let that happen. And if you are on Instagram or Facebook, you know that I love avocados. Avocados are so good. So I'm going to have avocado as a part of my breakfast. So I just cut a little piece of avocado that I have with it. You can have avocados all the time. I was supposed to put onions in there. I forgot. It's okay. I'm going to do it now. When you're cutting, it's good to have a nice sharp knife. I need a new knife. Because then it won't stick and it makes it easier to cut. When you're cutting, you want all the slices to be the same size so that it cooks evenly. Okay? So I'm just going to put my onions in here. I don't mind if my onions are a little raw. So if you like them sauteed, make sure you don't forget. All right. You should actually use this wooden handle, but sometimes I use a fork. Alright, so the eggs are done. I can tell my coffee is about to start bubbling and boiling over, and I love it. So what I do, I'm going to put the egg here. Now I would make a cup of coffee for Alda, but Alda doesn't drink coffee. That's right, you heard me. She's from Colombia too. Is that legal, Alda?
Yes.
I don't think that's legal. I'm telling on you. I'm trying to corrupt Alda to drink some coffee and wine. It's not working. So that's done. So now I want to add more oil back into the pan when I'm cooking my turkey bacon, which I left in the refrigerator. I have no idea why this does this sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Alda, how many slices of bacon do you want?
Just one.
Why do you just want one? You don't want three? Alright, fine. One. I'll give you two. Can I give you two? Alright. She gave me a thumbs up. Now usually when I'm cooking, I do the turkey bacon first because the spray on the pan plus the turkey bacon kind of like lubricates it a little bit better for the eggs, which can be drying. So you should try to do the turkey bacon first. Sometimes, you know, I do it in the opposite direction, but the opposite order, but that's kind of what you want to do first. Almost done with making this turkey bacon, and I'm going to, these little pieces are flimsy sometimes. So now I make I cook the spinach, and I take a handful because it's going to cook down. So this is the amount that I have every day when it's just me. And you see it fills the whole pan. You can hear it sizzling because it's still hot from when I cooked the bacon and the eggs. So I always do this just to get it to cook down a little bit. And, oh no, where's my lid? Oh, here it is. I probably should have had that first. Alright, let it cook down. Turn the temperature down because you don't want to burn it. This is when I start to clean up a little bit. So you want to, when you're taking avocado meat out of the avocado, especially when it's nice and ripe like this, And this is a better view of the color that it should be on the inside. This is a really good avocado right here. And when you learn how to pick them, like I do, we're gonna have a video on that. When you open it up, it looks just like this, okay? So, you wanna come right here, right by the skin, and just slide your blade, your knife, right around, okay? And it should come off with no problem. Avocado is a good source of a healthy fat. So learn to love avocado. It's a healthy fat, it's good for you. Alright, so now you do that. You see how it's already cooked down some? I like it to cook down a little bit more. And so now we're almost done. So I start putting stuff away. Then I have tomatoes. When I cook, I eat these. I love tomatoes. They're so good. Even for breakfast, look at the colors that we have for breakfast. Later on, we're going to be talking about the importance of color on your plate when you eat your meals. But just know, right now, just know, color is good, okay? Spinach is done. Now, I didn't go to culinary school, so I don't know how to make this look pretty, and I use my hands to move the food. But I wash before I cook. Sometimes, I'm kidding, I wash my hands when I cook all the time. Alrighty. And here we have this wonderful breakfast filled with protein and nutrition. The eggs have protein, the bacon has protein, you've got vegetables with your tomatoes, your avocado, and your spinach, and you also have a nice coffee cup. This is just 1 cup of coffee, plus our healthy oatmeal that has flaxseed. Now, I've also uploaded pictures of the nutritional information on everything that we have for breakfast. It's very important to try to get at least 15 to 20 grams of protein in the morning, okay? Because once again, you want to start your day off really well, and it's the protein that's going to satiate you. So, our next video is going to be on what to have for your mid-morning snack, and that's soon to come. But for now, bon appetit!